Yo, what's up guys? Today we have a special video where I answer your questions. If you are on Discord, you know that we have a special location for you to ask me questions, and I'm gonna answer questions today. So this is the Q&A of, the end of year Q&A. Don't forget, like and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. And let's go. First question, Nani I am. Hey Paul, you are doing a great job, mate. We love your content and we are enjoying time with you. No questions, but loads of love from India, especially from Telugu speaking states. Andariki namaskara. Namaskaram. Okay, that is so nice of you, Nani. Thank you so much. A shout out to Nani. Thank you so much for your love. Sending love back to all the Telugu states. And yeah. It's Andhra Prasad, right? Something like that. Is it? Let me see if I can remember. Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh. That's where you speak Telugu, right? Yeah, Andhra Pradesh. I remember from a video that we made. So Andhra Pradesh and Telangana speak Telugu. Shout out to Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Anything else? Anywhere else? Okay. That's what Google tells me. Okay, Devang. Firstly, what do you teach, Paul? Guys, you still don't know what I teach? Okay, so in the description of every single video, you can see that I tell you that I'm an English teacher, ESL. So what an English teacher does here in London is we teach English to foreigners. Well, of course, I'm not a primary school teacher. Of course, English teachers in primary school teach English, grammar, and whatever. But my area of expertise is if you want to come to London, you have to speak English, right? So the thing is, I teach you English as a second language so that you can live in the country and for visa purposes. So I am an expert in the IELTS test. So if you've ever been to the UK or London, you will have to have an IELTS test. So IELTS is an exam, a test that you need to pass so that you can get into college or get a work visa. So my job is to make you pass the test. I help you pass the test. That's my area of expertise. So I help people get into the country with their visa. And basically that's what I do. I'm an expert in the IELTS test. And that's it. That's what I do. That's what I teach. But before that, I used to work in a TV station, and the TV station used to produce movies as well. So I was a producer before becoming a teacher. And I have a whole story behind it. But yeah, so before going into education, I was into TV production and movie production. So that's why the name of the channel is Producer Reacts. What is your experience with your students? Well, my students are my friends. Because as I said, I teach English as a second language. So I don't teach children. I only teach adults. Most of them are my age. Some are younger, some are older. So what I normally do is I make friends with my students. We talk, we spend a lot of time together. So they're my friends. That's my experience. Sorry. So thank you, Devang, for those questions. Ruby3, Captain. What do you think about Indian cinema, Paul? Every single video I tell you what I think. I think it's awesome. I think Indian cinema is underrated because the world doesn't know Indian cinema yet. Of course, we have an idea I, for example, had never watched an Indian movie before opening this channel. My friends, they didn't know about Indian cinema. If you go to Brazil, nobody watches Indian cinema. Um, you know, so I think it's undervalued. It should be more mainstream. It should be all over the world. People should be able to access it. With Netflix, I think that's happening now. So I think there's a surge of interest in Indian cinema, and I think it's a great quality industry. I think Indian cinema is so diverse. You have a lot of different types of movies. You have the anti-gravity movies, you have the musical movies, you have the dramas, you have the, you have so many types of movies. You have Sardar Udam, you have Three Idiots, these type of diverse content. You have MS Dhoni, biopics. There are so many types of movies that you can actually watch and enjoy, and it's not all the same. Every single movie, India does every single movie genre. So I think it's so interesting. And the way you guys do it, you can do Hollywood style, you can do martial arts style, you can do every type of style of movies. And I think that's amazing. What are the differences that you are seeing between Brazilian movies and Indian movies? The first thing is that India produces movies. Brazil, I think we have, what, 5 movies per year? We don't produce a lot of movies. We don't. And I think Brazilian movies are all raw, like raw. They don't use color grading. They don't use the 101 of cinematography. If you watch City of God, you can see that it's raw. It's raw footage, kind of like, it doesn't have that cinematic look. It doesn't have the background music. It's just raw storytelling. And I think that's the biggest difference. I think India has the emotion in their movies. I mean, there are good movies in Brazil, but they're not trying to impress or anything like that. They're not trying to be Hollywood. In Brazil, they're doing it for people who are interested. And that's why Brazilian cinema is not strong. Because India, they impress. When they make a movie, they say, this is going to be a great movie. And everybody is impressed. In Brazil, they say, I made a movie. You want to watch it? You can watch it. If you don't want to watch it, then, hey, I liked it. It's kind of like that mentality. And that's one of the reasons I left the TV station, because I was there and I said, here's a script. I have 3.5 million reais, which is Brazilian money. Not my money, but investors' money. I have the money. I have found the production company. I have the script. I wrote the script. Let's do it. My manager, my director looks to me and says, oh, I'm more interested in, I don't want to do this fantasy movie. This is not realistic. I want to do real life stories, and yeah, let's not do that one. And those type of mentality, or that type of mentality, it had a toll, because we didn't, like, this is the second biggest TV station in Brazil. We had, Tropa de Elite, Elite Troop. We had the Elite Troop 2 in our hands. We could close a deal with them. But then my director is like, hey, you know what? It's a little bit political. We don't want to get into that aspect. We're going to pass. The company I worked for could be the distributor of the biggest movie ever in Brazil. But my manager said, no, it's not my cup of tea. And I was like, oh, I'm so done with this. I'm going to go find something else to do. And I went into education. That's basically what happened. I was disheartened. And I wanted to go into a business, because I'm also a businessman. So I opened my own school, and then I have a whole history. I didn't go from a producer to teaching, just like that. There was a whole story, and then there was the whole brand, the whole marketing, and then there was a school that I worked with, became a partner, and then I opened my own school. And then, you know, I made enough money to come to the UK and change my life. And, you know, it was a process. It wasn't just like, hey, now I want to go teach English. Okay. But the thing is, I wish Brazil had more cinematic movies, you know, kind of like more commercial movies, Hollywood style of movies. Don't get me wrong, I have seen Netflix working really closely with Brazil, and they have produced a few good series, and I think a few good movies are coming soon. So I think there's still hope for Brazil. Thank you, Ruby3, for the questions. Rocky, in Brazil, do you have any cultures? Of course we have cultures. I don't know if that's a question. What do you mean? Do we have any cultures? Do we have any traditions? Is that what you mean? In terms of what? We have culture. We are a cultured country. I don't know how to answer that question. I'm sorry, but I don't know. I really do want to answer your question, but do we have any cultures? Do you mean cultural differences? Is that what you mean? Well, we have the North and the South, which they kind of like have a conflict. You know, North and South have conflicts in Brazil because the North are where the immigrants came through Portugal. So when Portugal took over Brazil, when they colonized Brazil, they brought Africans to the North, and then the South was mainly where the Europeans were. So that's where all the conflict began. You know, slavery and all of these things. And then, you know, a lot of things happened to divide the North and the South, because the North is mainly immigrants, and the South was mainly, up till today, mainly Europeans. So normally fair-skinned people would be in the South, and the darker-skinned people would be in the North. And even politically, people would vote, for example, Bolsonaro. People would vote for Bolsonaro in the South, but in the North, they would vote for another party, like Dilma, for example, or other people. So it was a little bit, and there were so many times that they said, oh, let's make it, you know, let's divide the country. You know, North keeps the left wing, and South keeps the right wing, something like that. It's been predominant that way. But at the end of the day, we are all from Brazil. We are all Brazilians, and we don't do that. Like the minority of people, they are racist, and you know. But the majority of Brazilians, they will look at you, even if you look, if you have like how do you call it? I forgot how you, like, the eye, the shape of the eye. It's not squinted, it's, I forgot how you say it. But even if you look like you're from Japan, for example, you are still Brazilian in Brazil. As long as you speak Portuguese, they're always gonna think of you as Brazilian. I think that's basically what you were asking. How much time do you spend on your editing? Well, if I if I'm doing a simple reaction, then hey, I don't know. It really depends. But I don't like taking a lot of time editing. 10 minutes, 15 minutes max, because I want to do more content to entertain you guys. But I think if I'm doing a complex video where it's kind of like a vlog video with a lot of detail, then it would take me 3 hours. But yeah, team behind kgfrap. That's not really a question, that's a statement. Team behind kgfrap. Okay, so the kgfrap I wrote. I I did the whole well, I made the song, right? So I did everything in terms of creation. And then I went to a studio, which I don't know anyone in that studio. I just asked, how much do you charge per hour? And they said £50. And I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of money for I don't know how long I'm gonna be there. And then I went there. I met a guy who recorded my voice and he mixed and mastered. So that's me and this guy. And then I met a guy in Brazil who was a friend of a friend, and he said, "Hey, I can edit the video for you." So there wasn't really a team. It was just me, a company, and a friend. 3 people. And this guy who edited the first video, he came back for the Bahubali rap. So it's just me. It's just the three of us. Now I have another person who is doing the mixing. So I have 3 people. Me, the editor, and the sound mixer. And hey, we're trying our best. How many songs are you gonna make? Hey, I'm trying to make 1 song per month. But the reality of things is this: I need to pay for the productions, and it's quite expensive. So I'm trying to record it at home. I'm trying to edit it myself. And hey guys, if you want to help me pay for the you can send me a PayPal donation if you want to. We should have a team to help me pay and finance the songs if you want more songs. But the idea is to make as many songs as I can. Thank you, Nick. This was Nick. Shout out to Nick. Abdul Basit. Paul, your favorite movies from India? I'm gonna give you my top 3. KGF, Bahubali, and well, KGF and Bahubali, no contest. I need to think of the third one. There's so many good movies out there. You got me on that one. I really like Drishyam. Drishyam is a nice movie. I like the suspense in Drishyam. Sardar Udam was very strong, very powerful. But I wouldn't say it was my favorite. Guys, I need to think about the third movie. I can't just say any movie. I really liked Master. I really liked Kaiti. I don't know which one to pick. I liked 3 Idiots as well. I liked MS Dhoni. I liked every movie I watched. Kaiti. I liked the last movie I watched was Baijan, Baijan, something like that. That was a good movie. I cried like a baby at the end. But I liked Uri as well. Guys, it's really hard to pick. Well, you know, my number 1, my number 2 is KGF and Bahubali. That's no context because of the music. Oh, I'm gonna think about it and I'll come back to that. Thank you, Abdul Basit, for that question. I'm gonna say Master as my third movie for now. I'm gonna put Master as 3. So KGF, Bahubali, and Master. Did you have a rapping history? Did you have a rapping history like the KGF song was a banger and I absolutely loved it? So this is Tejas KS. Tejas KS. Okay, so a rapping history. If you go on my Spotify, you can see that I made 3 songs before the Bahubali, before the KGF song. So I had made 3 songs before that, so that's the only history I had. So I had 3 songs in my Spotify before doing the KGF song. So that's basically the extent of what I had done. Rajan, what is your favorite movie? You mean of all time? My favorite movie of all time. I really like Inception. I like Inception. Inception is one of those movies that I would watch. But I think, okay, my favorite movie of all time, I think, would be Grease. Grease is a movie that I would watch anytime, anywhere. Grease is spectacular. I love Grease. John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John. Grease is just amazing. I think that would be my favorite movie. There's a movie that is a very simple movie, but I love watching it. I've watched it more than 5 times now. It's called The Recruits. Is it The Recruits? The Reserves? Well, I love the movie. I've watched it so many times, but I can never remember the name of the movie. The Replacements. The Replacements with Keanu Reeves. The Replacements. Keanu Reeves and Gene Hackman. Yeah, that is a nice movie. The Replacements. It's also with Happy, from Iron Man. Yeah, it's such a nice movie. John Favreau. Anyways, let's keep going. So thank you, Charajan. Shogai. So what's been the most intriguing thing for you till now regarding the Indian movies, or just India in general? And also, do you plan on visiting India? Okay, so yes, I plan on visiting India. I just need time and money to go there. The most intriguing thing, honestly, it's the fact that you can do movie reactions. I have never heard of movie reactions before watching India, and how much you guys really enjoy full movie reactions. It's something that I was really shocked to learn that it's a thing. I was like, what? You guys like it? You guys want it? It's very intriguing how you guys can watch movies over and over again, because I watch it twice, 3 times max. So if I've watched a movie more than 5 times, it's something that I really like. How many superstars? Okay, so thank you, Shogai. So this is General Kushal. How many superstars can you recall right now, both male and female? Oh, you put me on the spot. Speak a few words for SS Rajamouli and Rajkumar Hirani. Come on, man. I don't know. What can I say about? Well, SS Rajamouli is one of those guys that he made history, right? He made history, and Bahubali is one of the best movies in India right now. Well, not right now, but for a long time. And Rajkumar Hirani, he's the director from Three Idiots, right? And Sanju. I've never watched Sanju. SS Rajamouli, I think he's a visionary. Rajkumar Hirani, I think he is a storyteller. How many superstars can you recall? This is a quiz, isn't it? So let's start with SRK, the Khans. Amir Khan, Salman Khan, SRK. I'm thinking Bollywood first. SSR. Oh, the guy from Sardar Udham. What is his name again? I forgot his name. Oh, guys, I'm not very good at quizzes. Okay, let's think of Tamil. We have VJ, telepathy VJ. We have oh man, you guys put me on the spot right now. The other VJ, there's a very famous VJ who works a lot. Let's think Sandalwood. Yash, Kicha Sudeep, Apu Sir. Who else? Sri Murali, Rakshit Shetty, Rashib Shetty. All of these are men. Rashmika. Is Rashmika from Sandalwood? I think so. Yeah, she is. And then we have Alu Arjun. We have Mohan Lal. I'm gonna mix all the industries now. Mohan Lal, Alu Arjun. We have Tiger. We have Prabhas. Guys, there are so many people. I can't remember all of them now. We have Sir Rajini Keith. Rajini Keith. Guys, this is oh, we have Junior NTR. Let's think of RRR. Junior NTR. Who's the? There are two more. AJ Devan. Ramcharan. Guys, you're getting me. Wow, I'm really trying to pull from memory now. Then we have Akshay Kumar. Am I really supposed to mention all of the people I know? Females. Oh, we have Samantha. Rashmika. Lady Superstar. What's her name? Oh, guys, I should remember the names of the females now. Oh, guys, this is too much. I had a hard time thinking of the men. Now I need to think of the women. Okay, and this video has been too long, 30 minutes now. Have you ever thought of changing the screen camera view? Yeah, I have many times. The ultimate goal is to get permission, 100% get permission from all of the companies and work together with like a big screen. I don't know. The thing is, I use the fair use camera because it's easier. It doesn't interfere in the original video, and I use the fair use camera because, you know, it's just, it doesn't replace the original. So this is Bharat. Shout out to Bharat. If movies like KGF Chapter 2, RRR, Pushpa, Maraka, VR, Beast release in London, will you go and watch it, or else will you wait for it to come online and then react for us? Your priority goes to... So my priority will always go to the reactions, because first of all, this year I have been to the cinema one time, and it was to watch Spider-Man. In 1 year, I have been to the cinema one time. This will change if I get a friend in London who likes Indian cinema. This will change when I get a friend here. So if you're in London and you want to go to the cinema with me, then this can change. But for now, my priority is to react for you guys. Like for example, Minal Murali. I can watch it on Netflix, but I haven't watched it because I'm waiting for you know, I'm waiting to react it with you guys. Because I think if I watch Indian cinema, it should be it should be something that you guys will enjoy as well. Not only a review. I can do reviews, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think? Do you think I should watch it offline and review it? Or do you think my first time reaction should be, you know, with you guys? Let me know, let me know. Have you ever planned or will you plan to come to India? Yes, I have. Many times I have planned, not planned, but thought of going to India. And I think at the end of the day, what will make a difference is if I have business in India. If I have companies who want me to go to India, then I will go. But if I depend on holidays, it's gonna be tough because I normally get 7 to 10 days of holiday, which is enough to go to India. But I would use this time to go visit my family in Brazil instead of doing business. Because at the end of the day, although I love this channel and, you know, it's still a business, it's still job related, work related, and I can't replace work. I can't replace family with work. So that's why I haven't been to India yet. However, if this channel becomes my full-time job, if I'm able to pay my bills with this channel, not only this channel, but my main channel, because I have 2 channels, if you don't know. If it one day becomes a good source of income, then yes, then I'll be free to travel to India and, you know, I'll be free to, if I get a sponsor, for example, that things will change. But for now, my priority will always be my family, and since I only have 10 days of holidays, I would go visit them if, you know, travel ban or if the travel ban is lifted. This year, unfortunately, I could not travel, but probably I will travel next year, but I will have to go to Brazil because it's been like 1 year since I haven't seen my family in person. So I hope I answered your question, guys, and this has been a 30-minute video, but it's a special video, so I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you do want to help out, you can donate. You know, if we have a team of donators every month, like if we have, I don't know, 1,000 people donating $1 or £1 per month, £1 per month, it won't break your bank. That will help me bring this channel to a different, you know, a different level where I will be able to do this full time. But in any case, if you cannot, then you should not. Never donate if you don't have the conditions to. But if you have $1, £1 extra, and you want to help out, you can become a member on the channel. You're gonna get exclusive videos anyways. Like for example, there's a video of Apusur that that I made a reaction to that only members saw. If you become a member, you're gonna help the channel. If we get 1,000 members, that's gonna help the channel a lot, and it will make it faster for this to be a full-time job. But in any case, you guys are here. You can enjoy my content for free, and you know, I'm just saying, if I had more time, I would dedicate more. But I feel like I do a lot for this channel, even though it's not a source, it's not a big source of income. I've shown you guys before how much I make on this channel, and it's less than 1/3 of a minimum wage. You can't live with that here in London. In any case, I'm not asking you guys to do anything. I'm just saying, if I could, I would. And if you guys know anyone who wants to sponsor me, hey, go after the big companies. Send them, you know, my content. Send them my emails, and you know, send an email. If you can't donate, then look for a company and tell them, hey, why don't you contact this YouTuber? And then maybe, you know, we can get something. I've been in contact with a few companies, but no deal yet. No deal. Anyways, thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for listening to my answers. And I hope you guys stick around. Don't forget to join Discord and you can send me more questions there. Happy New Year to everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.